We can use named functions to easily create and share custom functions. One of the great ways to use named functions is to convert an existing complex and frequently used custom formula into a named function. That way, the formula can be easily reused and shared. Here's an example. Let's say we want to fill in column E to see whether the size XS is available for red t-shirt in column B. This is the formula we would normally input to generate the result. It looks at the value under Sizes Available in column B and sees if it contains the string in cell D2, which is XS. The custom formula returns true if the value exists and false if it does not. Now, let's see how it can be converted into a named function. To do this, we go to Data, Named Functions, then click Add New Function. Let's name this function Contains. As for function description, let's add one so other users will be able to quickly see what the named function does, which is checks whether the value appears in a range. Now we just need to copy the formula from E2 into the formula definition field, and we see argument suggestions. This is asking us to give names to the arguments that were used in the named function. For example, the first argument in the current formula is D2. What does cell D2 represent? That's what we should call it in our named function. In the formula, D2 represents the value we would like to search for, so let's call this search query. For the second argument, B2 to B6, this is a range where we would like to perform the search, so let's call it search range. And now we have all the argument placeholders for contains. After clicking Next, we can now input additional details for the arguments we just defined, which will show up in the Formula Autocomplete help when this function is being used. For search query, we can put in an argument description of the value you're searching for, and let's add D2 as an example argument. For search range, we'll add a description, the range you're looking for the value in, and an example as B2 to B6. Click Create. Now we have created a new named function. Now we can use this newly created function whenever we want within this sheet. For example, if we want to perform the same operation for the Black Jeans tab, we can insert the Contains function using its name. You will see this function show up in Autocomplete Help, and you can click on it to read the details about this function. The formula suggestion here will include the argument placeholders we previously defined and show the argument descriptions and examples we put in earlier. Now we just need to fill in the arguments for the named function. To begin, we need search query, so let's select cell D2, and for search range, let's select range B2 to B6. Now the output shows that size XS is not available for black jeans. Another way to use named functions is to import existing named functions from one file to another. Let's say we would like to use the Contains function in the Sneakers Inventory 2022 sheet to look up if size 7 is available. All we have to do is import our named function into this sheet. Go to Named Functions and select Import Function. Look up the sheet which has the Contains function. Select the Clothing Inventory 2022 file and select the named function to import. Now we can use this function in cell E2. This is how to import and use a named function.